Gotta get those levels right.
I'm a Sigma. I go out. I don't even.
Here we go.
Man, swear.
Oh, fuck, blew it. Ready?
Man, swear. I mean, man, swear.
This time. Third time lucky. Go.
Man, swear.
Oi,
Fuck you.
We're back, and Hot Joe's,
Can't do-
you're on a nego vibe, eh? Already.
Under the fucking camera.
Tell the listeners what you've been up to for the last half an hour.
I'm fucking around trying to sort this bullshit fucking camera out.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
So you run a system, just for the listeners and viewers. Hey, just a heads up, everyone. This is just going to be audio only. Having some issues, but you run a setup where you've got. Hey, he's on the beers. I love it. No one can see that. But what beer are you drinking currently, sir?
A party and bullshit garage project. I think it's a hazy.
I remember that. I've had that for a while. I like that beer. It's a good
Been
beer.
out for years. Hazy IPA. Yeah.
I'm rocking the Dirty Old Max Ultraviolet, which is a low carb pale ale.
Oh.
So you get the low carbs, and you also get a bit of flavors, which is Fort North.
Oh.
So back to your technical setup. So you're rocking a conventional sort of souped up PC, which doesn't have a camera. And so you connect your PC to the Zoom meeting, or no, just the phone, off the phone, because the phone's got the camera.
No, I run it all through the computer.
Yep.
But I just don't have a webcam. So like I have to run my webcam via the phone and it never works.
Because the phone's trying to sync through to your computer, right?
Yeah.
And what is it using? It must be using Bluetooth or some shit for the app.
Wi-Fi, and it never goes
okay.
fast enough. It's really annoying.
Weird, dude. So weird, Dad.
Weird, Dad. Fucking
Dad.
weird, man.
So should we carry on the nego vibes for the chats?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No.
Fuck this podcast.
You want to. I love it.
Podcast is not my priority.
No, it's not. The last podcast, we had a good chat. No, it wasn't the last one. The one before that. Good chat about that.
Not my fucking priority.
Health
I'm
checks.
hot. I'm angry. I'm going to go open the door a little bit.
Okay. Oh, Joe's getting up to open up the sliding door. He's got sweats. He's a sweaty man. I'll just paint a picture for you here. He's got some lovely looking like tracksuit pant material, creamy white shorts, and he's wearing also a nice sort of neutral color, like an off gray, creamy gray t-shirt, which looks nice and cozy. And he's rocking the usual disgusting Mexican mustache. Nice haircut. You can see some nipples. And he told me the other day he lost a couple of kegs, or actually 4 kegs. Health check. Segue right into it. How you feeling, Mr. Hodgkinson?
Well, in general, actually, a lot fucking better than. When did we do our last one? It was in December.
Yeah, and then we did the
one we did together, and I was at the end of my fucking tether, man. Yeah, as you know.
Yep.
But
as everyone knows.
Good few months in our new house.
Cool.
I've shifted to only working 4 days a week, so I have every Friday off.
Excellent.
And I've cut a lot of shit out of my life, like extracurricular things that I was just doing too much, really.
Yeah.
And then buying and selling fucking houses constantly. You know, it's one of the most stressful things you can do.
It is, man.
And I set up like a really good home gym setup in the garage, like a proper setup. Been hammering that. Joel, and you've got me into fasting, which I've been absolutely loving.
It's great.
Yeah, I've been loving the fasting, eh?
It's fun because
Really,
it's like
really enjoying
it's a bit of a mental challenge as well, you know. You got to kind of trick yourself and keep yourself busy. For me with fasting, when I intentionally say to myself, I'm going to fast till 5 o'clock today, 5 p.m., then I like have the demons in my brain say, "Oh, you're,
it.
you're a bit hungry, aren't you? Hey, what
But
about
Hunko,
those? What about a little slice of mango, a little bit of mango, dried mango in the cupboard? That wouldn't hurt, would it?
yeah,
That wouldn't bloody hurt. A little smidgen, just a tiny little bit of mango."
yeah.
And little inner monologues like trying to say, "Go on, go and have a little snack. You've made it to 2 o'clock. That's good." But yeah, those little mental battles, I love to set a time. What do you do? Do you just sort of do it as you see fit, or do you set a time?
I set a time, so I eat 6 hours after waking. So I will.
It's good.
So I've been doing it for about a month now,
Mm.
and I'll religiously follow that because what I've realized is that because of the chrono, right? And I've talked to you about this, but the audience don't know. But because of the chrono, I'll have a full day, but then I run out of steam by 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I sleep for an hour. So that means I'm up later in the night and it gets to around midnight and I'm fucking ravenous again.
You little
So
midnight
since the chrono's been
snack.
really bad, yeah. So since the chrono's been really bad, I've been having 4 or 5 meals a day because I'm a bit hungry. I better have a feed,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's been so yeah, it's been bad. So what I've done basically is cut out breakfast, which I think is a fucking have anyway,
Exactly, my friend.
and I'm just focusing on eating good food. I'm not going crazy on like trying to be paleo or anything like that, but yeah, it's just going better, mate.
Nice, nice. Well,
Well, it's just going better.
breakfast is just a freaking marketing ploy anyway, isn't it? It's just a
Yeah, well,
way.
it's like I heard it was, just a ploy made in the 60s so people buy cereal.
Yeah. I think we
You
might have
know?
even talked about it before. It's that fucking weird guy who thought that eating meat was going to increase your carnal sins. He was extremely religious and he decided that he'll propagandize and pump out all these cereals to lower the test of the American male population. What a weird
Oh my god.
art.
Well, when I was dairy farming, I used to get
Yeah.
up at 4, like I think the average day I would get up was at 4:30 or 5. I can't remember. I think if you had to get
Oh,
the cows in, it would be 4:30, right?
oh, did you have some of that fucking full cream milk, mate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
carry on.
Then I gave the cows my cream, eh?
Oh,
And
no.
yeah, I'd get up at like 4:35 and I wouldn't eat till 9. So I'd go and, do a
Yeah,
full morning's work,
yeah.
like hard fucking work. I went to eat till 9 and you don't feel it. So it's just a fucking have.
Now this is almost getting cliche these days with fasting, but how's the mental clarity going? How good is that in the morning when you haven't eaten anything? You
About
haven't
the
noticed
same,
it?
mate.
Oh, well, that was one of the things
About
I
the same.
noticed. That was one of the things I noticed right from the outset. Because I've been fasting since fucking,
Yeah.
I invented fashion. And I remember when I first started doing it, it was, super quick brain things. Unlike right now. The neurons
Oh,
were firing, son.
oh.
Firing. But you haven't noticed that.
Nah, I don't think so.
Think about it.
Um, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I just don't have. I'm not shitting every 5 minutes, which is,
A treat.
it was actually quite nice. And like I like the self discipline of it as well. Like teaching my mind and my body that I don't need to be stuffing my fucking face every time I feel a little hunger pinge. You
Yes,
know,
exactly.
like well, pin. I don't know if that's a word, but yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
mate,
nice.
things are a hell of a lot better. The things are the best they have been in many years, to be honest.
Excellent. So how's
Yeah,
the rating out of 10 for the physicals?
I'll give you a 7.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah,
And the psychologicals out of 10.
I'll give you a 7.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey. Hey, what about you?
what about you, you fat old fucking
What
goblin
are you,
cat?
man?
What about you, you fucking old cobbo's cat? Good,
How
mate.
good is
Good. What are you going to say? How good's what?
how good's your Cobbo Snapchat yesterday with the dog?
Oh, it was great, eh?
Just a dude mowing his lawn, some state houses, and there's an old pit bull hanging his head out of the fucking cat flap looking at you.
That's exactly what happened, eh?
Oh.
Oh, mate, that couldn't be any more Cobden, eh? I could just see something in my periffs when I was walking past, because I was walking test down the beach, as I do most days, and I could just see out of my periffs something happening, and I looked to the right, and there's the old state house, and yeah, the old dog's fit its head out the cat flap. He's just staring. Physical health, feeling pretty good. I'd say I'm about a 7.5, and mental health, I'd say probably just under 6.5.
Oh.
Work's been a bit stressy. I've got three, well, some big events coming up that I'm
Oh.
integral part of, an integral cog, you might say.
Oh.
And yeah, it's a bit stressy. You know what it's like. You're an events fucking master from way in the Bizak.
Way in the busy, not anymore, thank God.
Oh
Oh.
no, it's a stressy time. I'm just around the corner from Wild Foods, so that's quite a few things I need to make sure I get right.
It takes a really like unique type of person to run events.
Yeah,
Because fuck, man, yeah.
yeah.
I remember I put on the opening for the Paparo track, and I closed down the main road in Black Bull. You were there, eh?
I
We
was
had
there.
like
Yep.
fucking 400-500 people in the tent. Fucking hell, man, that was insane. Oh, the work we put into that.
Were you part of the Pike? You were part of the Pike track, weren't you? Or no, was that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's open now.
yeah. I didn't get an
Yeah.
invite, but cool.
Oh, there's a little bit of oh, yeah. That's a little bit of a slight, probably just an oversight rather than a
Oh
purposeful
yeah,
slight.
it was definitely like, oh okay, thanks, Doc.
Where's the old call up for old
Thanks a lot,
Matua?
Doc.
Where's Matua Hodges' fucking call up?
Thanks, Doc. After giving my fucking heart and soul to that outfit, but yeah, thanks, Doc.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
bit rough. Yeah, it's a
but
bit rough.
yeah,
Never
oh
mind.
yeah,
It was probably just like an oversight. It wouldn't have been anything like meaning, it wasn't like per, on purpose, eh?
yeah.
Um, so
I wouldn't have gone anyway. I was fucking too busy at work.
true. So
Too busy.
let's move on to
Too busy.
let's move on to some surf chat. This next
Well,
section
can
I'd
we
like to
do
call
it? Well,
surf chat
can
or
we just
Wellsy
go?
wrap up.
Yeah, Wellsy wrap up because
Okay.
that episode, as predicted, has done our best numbers ever on Spotify and YouTube.
Combined, yeah. Nice.
I was expecting the only thing I was expecting a little bit more. I've got good positive feedback from different corners, right?
Yeah.
But I was expecting maybe some blowback,
Oh, yeah.
as
Gotcha.
well. Like, because Wells is so frank and not afraid to call people out, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean. And none of that. Maybe Wellsy might have copped some. I don't know.
I literally saw him fleetingly today for 10 minutes, but
Oh
no,
yeah,
we didn't have any deep and meaningfuls or any catch ups around that. It was just, general chit chat. He had to go. But yeah, all I got was good feedback. I remember I was talking to you after a few days when we dropped it, and you were like, "Oh, have you had many messages?" And I was like, "Oh, not many. I've had one or two." But then, literally after we had that chat, I had like another like 3 or 4 people DM me and were just loving it. They were just like, "Oh,
oh
fuck,
yeah.
that's the best. That's the best one ever." People just losing the plot over those stories, man. Oh, NSWO, the North Shore Whip Off is my favorite, and I can't wait to interview Lowy and get his full, like he was the guy that the whip off happened to. I can't wait. I cannot wait
The
to
whip off.
really do like a 30-minute proper breakdown of NSWO.
Oh, the whip off. Oh, that's funny. I'll tell you what, I don't know why that came to mind because I was sick of Joel and Tim though, but like I think one thing that's contributed to my mental health score is I deleted all the social media apps off my phone, eh? Like the
Oh,
only
just
one I've got
recently.
on there is Snapchat, but which you use that fuck all anyway.
So you're not on the Grimaces.
I'm still on there, but like I'll just check on my computer, like so it's only like once a day.
Oh,
Because I was like
nice. Yeah.
I was just getting, do you know what it was? It wasn't really me being addicted to being on the app. It was
Mm,
fucking, I reckon Instagram has just gone to the absolute dogs,
I
like
completely
in the
agree.
last, like any photo, any post, you like click on the comments and there's always some fucking loser leaving a horrible comment, like a horrible, it's so fucking toxic. No,
Nah.
I was just like, I don't want to see this shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I just fucking over it. Like,
To be honest, I hardly ever read the comments like our, Lord and Savior Joe Rogan
well,
would say, don't read the comments, but I actually don't ever really jump in unless I would say once or twice a week, I might leave a comment on something where I'm just like, and it's usually something positive or, although, you have that brain. I've always had a lot of ideas where I'm just like, I just want to roast someone, but
oh yeah.
put those evil thoughts aside.
I've I've always wanted to have a crack at some like influences in
Same.
that age. It's like,
Yes.
fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I just don't. I just don't need to hear it. But like I like reading comments because I used to like reading comments to see like positive reinforcement for cool things,
Yeah.
you know. But now it doesn't matter what you post on there if you're a public figure, the people that you like following, there's
Mm,
always some fucking loser and it's the most liked thing.
yeah.
And I just can't be fucked with it, eh? Like got I just want good vibes, good energy.
Yeah. I totally agree. And I remember back in the day when the internet first came around, that was what you did. You were on your computer
It's just good vibes.
and you check the sites. Whereas when you're on your phone these days, it's all just about quick access. Boom, boom, boom. I quite like what you're doing. You're going back to the old school where you have your time of the day where you go to your computer and you load up you put your spectacles on and you power up the machine. It might take 2 or 3 minutes, powers up. Oh, I've got a few updates, keep those updates in. And then you can open up your browser and then you go, you type in your fucking website. That
Smack
is a
bang.
your German Googles, and then you're into it. Then you're into it.
So funny.
Nothing
Anyway, we
beats
got
it.
way off topic with Wowsy, but yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
yeah. Sorry.
yeah, I mean one thing that I really took away from Wowsy's attitude as well was with that guy down south
Oh,
was
good story.
the whole tough guy act. Like it's happened to me a bunch of times too, like old men who could snap in half. But yeah, because they're from there, you're like, oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah, sorry, oh you're from here. And I think Wellesley's like just made me sort of realize no cunt owns the ocean. And yeah, just not to put up with it, I reckon. Like I've blown up at people at Blaketown, but I yeah, you're a miss. I blew up with those guys out in the water that day.
Those
But
kids, those fucking 4-year-olds. No, actual 14-year-olds, but carry on.
I apologize.
That was a great story, that.
But
Great story.
did I ever tell that? I did, eh?
I think you have done it on the potty. Must have been earlier in the piece because that was a great yarn, eh? I remember that day clearly because it was just a good shory day. It was like there was
Yeah.
peaks everywhere. I love those
Mm.
conditions. It was like a deep dark blue. It was kind of stormy and moody, offy, and just little shory peaks all down the beach, eh? Combo swell. There's a few blowing crews. Out Hodgie lost his shit.
Fuck off.
But yeah, the Wellesley podcast. God, there's some good yarns, And
Yeah,
hey,
hell yeah.
disclaimer, we had to edit some shit out too, didn't we, eh? Oh, you did.
Oh man, that took a while to edit. We didn't edit much out though. There was just a couple of
name drops that we thought was
name drops,
probably not ideal.
couple of innocent women named. Didn't.
Yeah. And you pointed out correctly that, you know, some of these young, you know, young ladies were a grown woman now with kids and families, and they probably don't
Yeah.
want to hear about stories about Wellesley, you know,
Yeah,
his
nah.
initiation into the sexual world.
Yeah, they're innocents in this. You know, it's,
Yeah.
yeah. The blokes can get named all that they want, and they fuck them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you been listening to much Joel and Tim lately?
That's I haven't been listening to many podcasts either. I've tried to go back to as much.
Oh,
But I don't mean it because I love the boys, and I will,
yeah.
and I love Bummo. I love me some Bummo, but and I love Joel, obviously. But yeah, I've just been trying to listen to more music, to be honest, lately.
Mm.
So I haven't listened to boys in like a few weeks. I listened to one, like a few weeks ago when I was mowing the lawns.
Mm.
And then I finished that whole episode and I really enjoyed it. But I've just been trying to listen to music, like just fucking like read more,
Yeah.
less social media,
That's a good call.
more music. Like I've been, as I told you the other day, fucking really loving Newfound Glory, the band that I missed out on back in the day because I was like fully addicted to AFI. But so I've just been absolutely hammering Newfound Glory. I like some songs back in the day, as we all did. You know, their hits. You know,
yeah, main ones.
Yeah, but I've been getting into their albums. So yeah, I've just been trying to do that. What about you?
Yeah, I've been listening to the boys. Love J&T. Love the Joel and Tim show. Number one for me. Yeah, there's some good shit. Some good shit in the latest episode. What was the episode called? I think it was like Eat the Knob or something. Yeah, it was great. There was some like, you know, they have the classic tradie chat. And I just loved how Joel just kept roasting. Like, well, actually, the situation with Joel was like, so some tradie had to do a job at his place, and they had a subcontractor on the job, and the guy was telling Joel like, oh, you know, he's all right. He's a bit quirky, a little bit quirky though. Joel's just fucking ranting about, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear quirky. I just want to hear he can do the job in a timely manner, doesn't charge the fucking world. Let's just go. And he just went on this rant. It's just great. I was pissing myself out loud, doing the old lols when I was driving around. So that's always good. Loving the Baker's Punk podcast. As per usual, he did a few wrap-ups of the NoFX gigs that he went to, and he also went to Blink, which you might be, it's a nice little segue. You might be interested in. He went to Blink and he took his boy, he took his whānau, I think, like a family gig. And yeah, he said it was because he was kind of anti-Blink, because yeah, old Rosie, he would always claim that his worst ever live band he's ever seen is Blink.
Oh, they're terrible.
That might have been back in the day, in the old Warped Tour days, when they were just absolute fucking lunatics, eh? They wouldn't have given a fuck.
Oh, they like back in the 90s, they even admit they sucked.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about punk? And I always think, especially punk and like kind of rock bands as well, like you think She Hard and that, right?
Yeah.
There's bands like She Hard and there was a couple of other big punk bands.
Well, She Hard's not really punk. They're like just
I'm saying rock.
Rocky.
You know, they're rock, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying punk and rock. But the only reason Blink-182 was so good is because they were marketable.
And catchy as fuck.
They were catchy as fuck, but they were marketable.
Yeah.
If they're in New Zealand, Australia, they would have been fucking no one. But they're in the right place at the right time. And then their musical talent grew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm not surprised. What was crazy, but yeah, he said Blink was good. And obviously I've got massive FOMO because I'm not going to the Christchurch gig, which is quite sad now. I'm feeling pretty stink. Hodjo's shaking his head, thinking, "You idiot." Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking told you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that for the rest of my life now. I'm gonna.
Yeah, they'll probably never come back.
Probably not. But I remember when they first blew up. For me, they had they didn't blow up, but it just become mainstream to me. Was when that song. I love that song, Josie. And have you seen the video clip to Josie? Josie?
I don't know if I have actually. I'm gonna
Oh
look it up
yeah.
while you're
See,
talking.
it's the most high energy, fun as fuck. Like I don't know if it's high school or university environment, and everyone's just young and they're just just the energy. You've got to watch that video clip. Maybe after the podcast. It's like
Yeah, well,
it used to just amp me up, and that song is super
oh,
fast, super energy.
this song's so good, man. I was listening to because I'm going to Blink, in a couple of weeks. I was listening to. I mean, they're going to play fuck all old songs, but I was listening to Dude Ranch all day today, and I was just like, oh,
Yeah. Hey, if Dude Ranch is amazing.
it's still so good, man. Like, fuck, Untitled,
Oh,
Josie's good. What's the last song where they're like, I'm sorry.
Eminem's is
Name it.
good.
Yeah, fuck. That
Um,
whole album. And I felt it like I enjoyed that. I was in when Josie came out, I would have been in like Form 2. So everyone was skating and surfing, and then that came out. And like I remember in the high school bathrooms, because I started at high school, like at Kaikoura High, it was from Form 1 until Form 7. There was no intermediate.
Mhm.
So in the bathrooms, there were those Dude Ranch stickers just everywhere, like
wow.
over the whole school. And like I liked it. I liked it back then. But even back then, I thought Blink was a little lame because they weren't they weren't Pennywise or NoFX.
Yeah, but too
Bit too
catchy, cheesy.
catchy, bit too cheesy. And I was like, oh yeah, I watch Krusty Demons and I like fucking Pennywise, eh?
And a bit of Slipknot too.
No, like Slipknot.
Good.
Melon Pollen and fucking
Oh.
Pennywise and have you heard Broham? Have you heard Broham?
Bro, mate. The biggest bro song ever invented, eh? Do you
This is
know,
the fucking Jason now.
dude, do you know how many times I've played that in a live show? Over 15. Well,
What is
over
it?
15 times. Oh, mate. I remember back in Minus Title's young days, like when we were first gigging, we'd just play at the end as an absolute trusted banger,
Hey, so we
Yeah,
talked
can't
about
say.
this on the Lost podcast that we had with Joel and Tim last year, right?
God, I can't even remember that.
Because I was
Too much
talking
guac.
about we were just talking about how some punk bands don't make it because they're not in the right place, right?
Hmm.
And it was the same as Shehard. If Shehard were in the States, they would have been fucking huge.
They tried.
Yeah, they didn't. Well, they went from the States though. They didn't make it because like, who fucking wants to listen to them?
Yeah, but
But
also
you
they
can't.
changed their name to Pacifier too, which is weird. Anyway,
That was because of Jihad.
I know, but still,
Yeah,
that was a shit call.
Yeah, they should never have done that. That fucked them.
Never, it did.
Yeah, that fucked them. Anyway,
Blink.
we were
Blink 182.
talking.
We were,
No,
Blink
we were
182.
talking in the Lost podcast
Oh yes.
because we're having like a kind of a guacamole deep and meaningful,
Yeah.
and we're talking about how Minus Title, Connor, you didn't want to play the game when you're going pretty hard with Minus Title, and I said to you, because you were like the main, you're the singer, you're the main, the front man. And you was like, I just didn't want to play that fucking game. I don't want to go to the parties and everything like that. And I remember saying to you, I was just like, fuck, it's okay. But you were like, oh, it's just not cool to try. You know what I mean? You were saying that. It was like, it wasn't cool to like really put yourself out there and market and try. But the only reason those bands, even fucking NoFX, get big enough, that big, is because they try. They make this, I reckon they put a lot of effort into making it look like they're not, but they fucking are. They're putting themselves out there. So I was just like, I don't know. I said to you, it's like, fuck, it's okay to try.
Oh, we gave
because
it a
I
good
think that's that weird tall poppy thing in New Zealand where it's like it's not cool to try, and then you put that on top of surf culture, in which we talked about heaps of wowsy, where it's like it's not cool to fucking try at all. If you seem to be trying, yeah, that's not fucking cool. Like, do you remember like in the 90s, the surf culture?
Oh, honey.
Don't try. Just Like, it's so uncool to try.
Or because you were a try hard. That was all it was,
Yeah.
you know? Fucking
Try
try
hard.
hard.
Fuck.
The amount of times I used to get called a try hard because I'd always fucking try and be center of attention and getting people's attention for laughs and whatever attention. Everyone fucking try hard, cat. Greymouth High was nasty, I tell you. What's been happening in the surf world? You been surfing yourself?
Yeah, I've been surfing quite a bit.
You're nice. Catching a few little sessions on the bigger boards or body boards or what?
Just surfing out front of home. My
Nice.
favorite one I had recently is like every now and again when you get a bit of east swell, the estuary, the Shag Rock mouth of the estuary, there's a wave that breaks inside the estuary mouth.
Mm.
And I saw it breaking one night. I was offshore. So I drove down the end of the Rocking Horse Road. I just like had a look over there and it was fucking pumping.
Nice.
Like 2 foot and just grinding down the point. So I paddled over the estuary.
Yes.
And surfed it by myself. And I was getting like leg burner waves. Like I'd finish a wave and my legs were jelly because you're trying that many turns. Like,
yeah, good.
It was so fun.
Little novelties,
had one pumping bug session lately. Absolutely cooking. Brooksy and Parfit. That was a sick day.
At an undisclosed location.
Undisclosed.
Excellent.
You like that, mate? You like that, mate?
Yeah, I'll go turn one on if you want. Just do you want to hold the microphone and talk to the people? Let's go turn the light on. Hold fire.
Yeah. So I'm I don't know what to say when Jolin's not here because I don't have got, you know. Yeah.
It's a slight improvement. I'm limping, I should have gone back to the physical health chat. My body's kind of fucking cooked, Seriously, been cooked. I got hip issues. I got lower back issues. I got right shoulder issues and ongoing neck. So we've got a 3 to 4 amalgamation of fucking ailments, my friend. I'm on the fucking limp. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I'm limping. It's like, holy shit. I went from fucking 40 to 90 in about 3 months. Fuck,
is that right?
It is right. It is.
Is that right?
Correct. Surf chat. Do you want to hear my updates?
Yeah, I mean, I've just been enjoying the summer very much. It's been a nice hot summer.
Good. Little tui surfs?
Yeah. I did a full-blown floater with her the other day.
Oh, no way.
We're not standing up together. She just rides on the front of the soft top with me.
Like what?
And we paddle at the back now.
She doesn't stand up. Does she not stand up on it?
Nah, she wants to stand up.
Does she kneel or lie prone?
She either kneels or she just lies down. But like we paddle on the small days, we'll paddle out the back. So I'll be on the back of the board, she's just on the front.
Yeah.
And we paddled down like a 1 foot day. And this little double up came through and we took off and we're like trimming across. And I saw this perfect section. I said to her, I was like, hang on. She's like, why? I said, fucking hang on.
Why?
She says why to everything. I was like, fucking hang on. And she's like, we just like hit this perfect little like foam bash, Just fucking losing
Imagine
it.
if it was like a heavy landing. She full headbutts the board, Oh.
She was like fucking legs were flailing around everywhere. Oh, I'll tell you one funny thing. And then I had a day down at the beach recently with Brooksy and his kids. And there was this massive drift. And we took the kids out for a surf and we were getting drifted down the beach. And this old dude come up and he was like wolf whistling at Brooksy, like, come in.
Oh no.
And fucking I saw
Dad
red.
Patrol.
I saw
Dad
red.
Patrol.
And I just can't, and like I don't even know what he was talking about, but I could see him lecturing the girls. And I was just like, are you lecturing? I was like walking towards him and his wife, are you lecturing? And he goes, no. I was like, oh, fuck off.
Oh,
There's a blow up out of him.
What was he on about though?
Oh yeah, he was. He was real worried about like us
Oh,
getting
yeah.
drifted down the beach and
Right, yeah.
yeah.
There's a
But I
rip.
saw him.
There's a rip out there. Do
There's
you
a
not
rip.
see the signs?
There's a rip. But I said to him, I saw him the other day because he actually lives just down the road, and I said, "Sorry, I shouldn't have blown up at you, but yeah,
Oh.
we've been we know what we're doing." Yeah,
Justin made up.
yeah. It was quite funny though. I like
Nice.
fucking full blew up at him, mate.
Yeah, it's good shit. So my little surf updates. Blaketown has continued to be a letdown this summer.
Yeah, I haven't
there's,
been over.
there's definitely some signs. I saw some really positive signs today at Blako's. Shory, that the pending Shory that I've said a few times it's been hinting, and I saw some very close Shories that were like half barreling, half rippable. So it feels like the sand is doing its thing in there, and that outer bank, which has been absolute trash, can just fuck off and let the Shory take the glory. Okay, my friend. Okay.
Oh, nice. It's so rare. Do you know what's fucked? Blaketown has not had proper out the back banks in fucking years.
Yep.
Like
I think that's dredge related. Has to be
years.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to call it the last time we had pumping out the back was like 20. Remember those sessions that Wizzy filmed?
Yeah, that would have been 2014 or 15 or something, eh?
Nah, it was like 2019, 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
Out the back.
Yeah, out the back.
Ah, bro.
Off the end of the tip.
No, that was mid COVID times. You're tripping, bro.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was a long time ago. Do you remember those sessions you and I had before? Remember that Blaketown Challenge when it was pumping, the big year?
Yeah.
Out the back. And remember we scored that bank like the few weeks leading up to the challenge? And we had those fucking...
And your definition of out the back is past the end of the tip, eh? Or at the end of the tip.
Yeah.
Good.
You remember those sessions, eh? The one in the middle of winter, like we'd fucking...
Yeah.
The cat flap
sesh. I'll never forget the cat flap. Yeah.
I think I got my best Blaketown barrel ever. That cat flap sesh.
That was the funniest surf ever, probably. That was so hilarious.
You were taking off on like a 6-foot closeout and screaming cat flap at me.
I remember that.
I remember you took off and you were like, like
I remember just
off. It was the heaviest wave, like so. It was like fucking proper, and I like duck dived laughing, like laugh.
I had a couple of moments that exact same thing happened to me where I was duck diving and I was actually giggling and losing my air, my oxygen, because I was laughing so hard. And then I was like struggling in the white water, like fuck, I can't breathe because I'm laughing. Fuck's sake.
I'll never forget that. I wish we recorded that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, we were losing it, eh?
It was just, I think we're both just in a real stupid, silly mood, and the waves were bumping. Like
we were just, we drove down. It was a lunchy, right? We both got there at the same time, and we just jumped out of our cars, and we were like, "What the fuck?" Like, if the audience could picture it, it was 5 to 6 foot A-frame hits
out the back,
like perfection. Like, it was northwest swell, like just perfection.
Yeah, and it must have had a little bit of south in it because it had a little bit of like good proper throaty barrels too. Like oh man, those old banks that used to be the back in that game, mate. When you used to have those north swells, and then you get a little hint of the south, just to give it, because if it was straight north, it would be a little bit fat. But if you get that little bit of south, just to give it a little bit of grunto, fuck hell.
Even if it was coming from the west, eh?
Yeah, just straight right up the gullet.
Fuck, man.
Recently, I've been surfing the wave trap, as you know. But for the listeners out there has been just a mushy, shreddable bank in the trap, and that's been keeping me sane because Blaketown's been poo-poos over the last 6 to 8 weeks.
Poos and ways.
goes in ways. But yeah, wave traps keep me sane. It's bro. I reckon need to keep your phone on fucking orange alert. Hey, I reckon there's a bit of kinky sand building up in there, bro.
There's a bit of sand in there.
I'm starting to get little hinties of like, into the river, the wide ones, Chelsea's
Ooh.
Peak, Chelsea's Peak.
Ooh.
Yeah, mate. So
Really?
yeah, I've had a few now. Like the last two surfs, there's been those southern river peaks. It's the South Peak, bruh.
Bruh.
But yeah, that's been keeping me sane and just been. But I'm desperate. I'm desperate. Need for a new boogie board, my friend.
Ooh.
What one would you think I'm going to buy? Surely you would
Oh, yeah,
know.
because you're not getting customs at the moment,
Well,
eh?
last year was a no go. So what do you? I'm pretty predictable. Come on, what do you think I'm going to buy?
Oh, Winchester.
Of course. You got it. You got it.
How do you get depressed like when you like look through
With Quiver.
the bodyboarding scene now? Like just you're buying pro models of guys that are in their 40s. It's just
Yeah, it is a bit weird.
It's sad, eh?
It is sad because like that should have stopped probably 3 or 4 years ago, right? Like the
Fuck, I know.
Winnie and Ben Player boards.
Yeah, but there's no one around. There's no one that's replaced them.
No, there are rippers. There are still rippers, but I
Yeah,
don't
it's just no
know.
industry. There's no money left, you know?
That's the things. And like, I don't blame Miz for pushing those two guys because they're fucking icons now, And like,
Okay, so yeah. Here's the question, right?
Mm.
So since what, 2013, international bodyboarding has just collapsed, right? The scene's collapsed. There's like not even half the pros that there were over 10 years ago.
collapse is a strong word. Collapse. Stop you there. I think collapse. I don't agree with that. I would say,
collapsed, mate.
nah, I disagree. But carry on.
Collapse. I mean, hey, come on. Look, the PLC and Tanner McDaniel haven't been paid for Eureka.
That's a recent blip in the
And they didn't get paid for Tahiti the year before.
yeah, I know.
So anyway, what I'm saying is, yeah. So here's the question: do you think globally the number of bodyboarders has decreased or increased since the big IBA collapse in 2013?
I couldn't answer it accurately, but I would say it hasn't decreased. I would say, if anything, it would have just increased slightly. I'm talking generic board sales of bodyboards across the globe.
My feeling is that it's increased in places like South America and Europe. And then even it seems California seems to have had a little bit of a surge.
Yeah.
But I think in
Tahiti,
and Tahiti,
there's a
Hawaii,
lot of bugs.
Hawaii
Rarotonga.
as well, Rarotonga. But I think in New Zealand and Australia, and even probably South Africa and like England, the numbers have decreased. And so what I'm saying is like NMD's not going out of business at any time soon.
No.
Science aren't going out of business anytime soon. Hubbards or who are the main, like the ones that are always going to be there. NMD.
That's them. Moray to a certain degree.
Moray owned by that huge corporation. Yeah.
Nomad. They've been pretty strong over the years.
I'd like them to fuck off.
Found boards have been
are gone.
They've been, they're dead and buried now. And there's just all those sort of little custom joints. But yeah, the big ones we've just talked about are the big ones. But you've got, I wonder how big Sniper is, like that's all those Canary Islanders, like, God.
Do you know who's putting out the best content these days?
In the bug world?
Yeah. I'll tell you who I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then, well, I think it's two people. It's obviously Tanner McDaniel's crew.
Yeah, Breaking Even TV.
in Henan. Henan
Oh,
Fashini.
yeah. I still haven't. I haven't. Hasn't been that busy lately. I have noticed.
Go
Or
to his
maybe just
Insta, bro.
maybe my
You should see.
algos.
Fuck, you should see what he posted yesterday. We should probably. Oh, I might clip this for our Instagram, but
Yeah.
the fucking clip that he posted yesterday was insane.
Are you going to try and share it to me on the thing so I can see it, or nah?
Yeah, but it was a story. It wasn't even a post.
Oh, yeah, won't be there.
But I think he's putting out some of the best content,
See,
like consistent, good content.
I haven't seen anything of him, bro.
I'm a little biased because I
Yeah.
hung out with him when I was a Grom, when he was a
Yeah.
Grom in
Yeah.
Brazil.
Here you
But
are. You're on that
here we go.
D. You're on that Henan D.
I'm on the Hinane Day.
Henan.
Hinane. Oh, can you enable screen sharing, Dr. Fago, please?
Yeah.
Can we go back to Raro?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just getting the itch again. Are you getting the itch?
Fucky.
I'm getting the itch. Oh, wow.
Oh, fucky.
Are we going this year?
No, I'm not.
Is
No.
Fortuona allowed to come?
Yeah, you go, Fortunes. I'm trying to figure out this sharing thing. Where do I go again?
Fuck.
It's been so long. It's not in there. Oh no, I remember where it is. Here it is. Got it. Got it. Got it. Advanced sharing options. Multiple participants can share, and we are good.
Okay.
Check that out, my friend.
This, mate. This.
Well, you're gonna have to talk it through because this is an audio only podcast.
Oh, yeah. True. Yeah, I can't even see you.
What are we looking at? Oh yeah, is he doing a ramp? Is it a Yeah, that's a freaking. So,
So,
your old. He's doing the old
this-
What is it called?
A
The
toe
machine?
at.
The machine. What is it called?
Oh, the winch.
Winch. Yes. Oh, and he's doing a massive air rev.
This angle, bro, is so sick.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty
for the
cool.
audience, right? Basically, what it is the two photogs are actually behind the wave, and you can see him coming at the front of the wave, and then he just hucks this fucking meaty air reverse.
So slung.
Look at and mate, look at that. And that came out
cool.
yesterday.
Oh wow. Yeah. See, he's not on my algos. What a shame. That was cool.
I was just like, I sent him a message and I was like, fuck, can't you've been doing this for nearly 20 years. He's been pro for nearly 20 years.
And did he reply back and say, "Hey,
No.
Joe, my friend, I miss you. Yeah, I
No,
miss
bro.
you. Are you
No,
gonna
bro.
come? I'm gonna come to the Blacktown Challenge this year. I can't wait to see you."
No, bro. No, but he was sponoed and like didn't I was hanging out with him in Brazil in 2006.
Who was he
And,
riding for back then?
What was it called?
Alamino P.
Elemento P.
Oh,
He was
wow.
riding for Elemento P back in those days.
Crazy to think of all those board brands that have gone by the by. Hey,
They were cool.
There's so
Elemento P
many.
boards were cool. Yeah, he was riding because what his deal was is he could speak English because he had lived in California for years.
oh yeah.
And he was when I was in Brazil and he was sponoed.
Mm.
And like he showed me around and like I used to stay at his house.
Yeah.
And I was a fucking
No, you went, were you?
I got my first like proper barrels in Brazil. He used to take me to that wedge. He used to take
Cool.
me. We'd catch the bus. We
Yes,
get up
sir.
at 5 a.m. and catch because he was 16, and we catch the fucking bus and we go and camp at the beach. And
Cool.
he'd work out. He'd like show me around that wedge there that they surf.
Oh, that's the coolest wedge too. Fuck,
Oh,
that
man.
went pretty hot. He made that place insane. Like he blew that spot up, which was cool.
Oh, like he was ripping out there back then, but like the level he's at out, he's just the king of the place now.
Absolutely.
He didn't even live there. It's like a 3-hour drive north from where he actually lives.
Oh, No
He
way.
lives in this fucking shithole of a city called
Oh,
Santos.
okay.
It's a fucking. I got robbed there, eh?
Oh,
I
oh.
was on the beach with my camera with the
Hmm.
guys,
Hey.
and I was taking photos of them with like a handheld camera, like a digital handheld camera.
Hmm.
And then I was like holding up, taking a photo or something, and I just felt like, the camera, like behind me, someone reached over and snatched the camera out of my hand.
Oh,
And I thought it was one of the boys. I was like, what the fuck? What are they doing?
yeah.
And I turned around and this black dude was just fucking Usain bolting away from me, eh? Like actual fucking, like the fastest cunt in the world, eh?
Oh, no
And I had all
way.
these sick photos on there of like parties
And
and
you
waves.
were
And
just like, oh well, see you later.
I was crying, eh? Like,
You'll be off it, eh?
like, I was so gutted.
No. The
I
old
was
snatch and grab and run.
So that used to happen on Brazil beaches all the fucking time. The
Fuck
kids
yeah.
from the ghetto used to come down
Mm.
to Rio beaches and
Yeah.
they'd just storm the beach and
Oh yeah.
everybody would just start fucking running off the
Oh
beach because like if you don't run, they're gonna grab
yeah.
your shit and stab you.
Like
You know?
like a game of bull rush, but if you lose possessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just snatching
Yeah.
handbags, snatching fannies.
Snatch and snatch. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
Well, can we pause there? I need to piss so bad.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Back in a sec.
So weird.
Yeah.
You know?
So we're back from a little wee break, and we were talking about your mate over in Brazil, and yeah, we're going to talk about just the other states of bodyboarding across the globe. But you wanted to know about what I'm sort of influenced by online, and Instagram and shit.
Yeah, like what you're thinking, because I think that in a way, boogie boarding could rise from the ashes, but uh, only if we ever embrace the fact that we're never going to be surfing.
Oh yeah,
But they'll never get that. So
we talked about this before.
yeah,
But yeah, I guess the main people that I follow are bodyboarders like Louis Finnegan and quite a lot of I'm still following quite a lot of Aussie dudes, like Joshua Garner and but I love a lot of the Hawaiian DK stuff. Do you follow the Vehemence Dropney page on Instagram?
no,
Okay, they're like a weird underground metal-esque Dropney crew. They just share a whole bunch of Dropney footage. And also, I think it's Mason Rose's page. Is it called The Last Real Kids? Do you follow them or him?
no,
Oh,
no,
you don't? Holy shit.
no.
There's two follows. There's two follows for you and for other people out there.
I'll follow them on our Swoo account now. Eh?
Yeah, good call. I'm just trying to remember. Is it Last Real Kids? Or is it The Last Real Kids? But it's definitely Mason Rose's. He just shares all old school Dropney and new school Dropney. What is the name of it? I can't find it.
Yeah, the last real kids.
Oh, it is. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
He's always posting every 2 or 3 days some cool Dropney content. So there's a few hot Hawaiian dudes. Obviously Matt Crilly, Jacob Ramiro. I follow them. They've always got
they're awesome.
They've also always got some cool shit.
Yeah.
That fucking wave, in the harbour. How would you love to surf that?
Oh,
It looks like the wave trap, but different completely. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, it's so awesome.
But it gives me wave trap vibes, like novelty as fuck, like in some random body of water.
I think it's such a shame what happened to Drop Me, eh? Like it was just so. I mean, it's still out there, but
You're quite doomsday-y, aren't you, with bodyboarding? You're quite doomsday-y. Because I still think
yeah,
I still think it's awesome. Like I think there's some amazing dropnairs out there that are probably not surpassed the greats, but came are very there. They were like there.
The only guy that's close to them in my eyes, like that's like out there a lot now, is Dub and Matt Crilly.
What about
like, consistent?
What about Michael Copetta?
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Dude,
But like, there's no one doing what fucking Aka Lyman or Paul Roach or Rafi Meyer.
I don't know. If you look at some of Michael Copetta's shit,
He's pretty good in like solid waves,
he's good
like
everywhere. I've seen him get
Chris Wan.
big. I've seen him get big barrels. I've seen him get little barrels. I've seen him absolutely shroud the tail. Like he's got a mean hack and slash game, old Michael Copetta.
Yeah,
I
just
reckon
what I get a bit down about is that I think that sense of, and maybe it's just because I'm out of it now or something. It's just that sense of like community's gone for me a little bit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You give me the vibes of like, oh, it's dead. It's back in the day it was. Oh yeah,
Well, I mean, we got to grow up, you and I, and especially you, through the 90s with it. And then the fucking golden era that we had in the 2000s as well, where it was like just exploded. And it was everything. Like it was just fucking, it's just not that anymore.
No, when it comes down to it, we don't need to keep rehashing it. But when it comes down to it, the industry's completely changed. But I still think that the level of writing is pretty fucking good. As far as progressions concerned, hasn't really gone too much further. I guess like guys like Louis with that fucking 720 that he did not long ago, you would have saw that, hopefully. That kind of stuff. You wouldn't have seen that in, even back as, I don't know, 2010, you wouldn't have seen that. I don't even know when the first one was landed, but it was probably Hub at Backdoor from memory. But I just feel like the level's still pretty good, if not better, but there's just not the money. So you just don't see, you don't see 30 new prospecting world champs from Aussie anymore. Now you see about 3 who can even really financially follow the tour. They're probably on a fucking bodyboard contract of $15,000 a year.
Fuck, we've been over this, bro. That tour is such a joke. Like,
I know. Fuck. I wanted to give you a tour update because I know you love it so much.
I've been keeping up a little bit with it because like I told you like fucking 2 years ago on this podcast that I could smell the money being laundered, and fucking what's happened? The money's disappeared and people haven't been paid. I fucking told you 2 years ago.
You did, mate. You actually did.
I even took the time to go on LinkedIn and find the cunts who are in charge.
Yeah, I bet you they're not missing out on fucking wages and profit from the comps.
No, mate. They'll be lining those pockets, pal.
It smells pretty fuckery-ish to me.
I'll be pulling a fucking, turbo on the. I'll be pulling a turbo.
Oh, yeah. Turbo pipe comp days.
I'll be pulling a turbo.
Pulling a fucking turbo. What year was
I don't know where the money's gone. We got no money left. I can't pay you.
Oh, what year was that? Was that 2016 or earlier than that?
I mean, my biggest claim to fame is Mitch Rawlins.
So I liked your post or something, or
I wrote that big comment about the tour and how we don't need a world tour, we need a World Cup, right? And then like you can have teams or individuals, but it's like 3 months of the year in one region. You just you've got like permits for certain spots, and you can just run a webcast. So it's going to cost you, but it's like everyone builds up to it throughout the year. You got the best fucking riders there. You got the best waves.
It's almost like
Mitch Rawlins.
Carry on.
Well, he's just like, he wrote a comment back. He's like, "Fuck yeah, that's the way." He was like, "Fuck yeah, that's the idea."
It's basically a longer version of the isolated format, really, isn't it? It's just a longer, because they had it right. You just go to a region, i.e., the Catlins or some big long stretch of coast. Or an island where there's plenty of different options on all different sort of winds and swells. A peninsula would be perfect. And then, you just have a 2 to 3 month. Anyway, fuck, let's not rehash this again. But what have you seen?
We're so passionate about it, Joel. We're so passionate about it.
I know. What have you seen anything from the latest comp? The IBC Comp World Tour 2024. No. That's I knew you were going to say that. And that's why I'm here.
I didn't even know there was one on.
Exactly. That's why I'm here for you. This is my role in this awesome duo. Is that I will give you the updates, and so they're in Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah, and
Oh, that place is a bastion of honesty and government oversight.
Yeah, I wonder how many people are not going to get paid from this one. Oh. And they're at some wave called Tangazoot or Tagazoot, Zout, or some weird name.
Take a
shit.
fucking seat and give me your money.
Yeah, and it's like well, the current conditions that I've seen has been like kind of fatty, rippable right hand kind of point break. So I haven't seen much hollowness. I saw here's a little bit of I saw one highlight where a guy did 4 rolls on a wave, which was cool.
You're watching it like a fucking loser.
Oh no, I didn't watch the comp. I just saw an Instagram highlight. No,
Yuck.
I haven't delved into the live streaming yet. It hasn't looked like it's been pumping. But yeah, I saw a clip of this guy, and he even on the last section, which was just the perfect, lip bash wash reverse section. That's where he did his 4th roll. So no lip. It was just like it's just a bit of wash. It was a bit of wash. like Jason Spence does in the Blaketown comp in the Shory.
When he's trying to beat me because I'm pumping him. I'm fucking pumping him.
Hey, Spino, if you're listening, mate, you're not getting any extra points for those rolls. Okay, mate? You're not getting, just so you know. And I've told you before, but telling you again, there's no extra points with those rolls, mate, in the whitewash, okay? It's not 1988 and fucking Evoca, okay?
How good was it when Fortunato told us, he was like, I think it's a bit of Spino told Fortunato, I think there's a bit of funny judging going on down in Blaketown. And me and you hit up Spino, giving him shit. Yeah, and straight away he's on the text group chat to us. It's fucking Fortune. He's full of shit.
Yeah, that was funny. And the first thing I said to Fortunato was like, what the fuck? We gave him a fucking victory. He won one of the comps. So what is he talking about?
He won the year before Spino. What are you talking about?
Yeah. As if he has problems with the judging. He got a victory out of us.
Sorry, Spino, you just got beaten by the fattest Blaketown challenger in history.
Mate. You just had the fucking you're in the rhythm, son. You're in the rhythm with the ocean that day last year.
Fuck, I was in the rhythm until that semi-final, and then I just had an absolute meltdown.
Dude, Bromley intimidated you, eh?
I got full Bromley intimidator.
You got bummoed, eh?
I got bummoed, eh? Oh, he came around ages ago to put my kitchen in.
Hey.
And he's 40s, right?
Hey.
And I was just looking at him, I was like, fuck, cunt, why are you in such good shape?
He's ripped, mate.
He's nearly 50, right? He's ripped. He's ripped.
He's ripped.
He is. What? How old is he?
He's the same age as me, like 43.
No, he's older than you, isn't he?
What's that grey hair? Does that throw you off?
He's older than you, isn't he? No. Anyway.
We're not editing that out. Sorry, Tim. Hodjo thinks you're 48.
Well, I tell you what, for a 43-year-old man, he's ripped. He had this sick hoodie on, his drip. He had drip, actually.
No, I don't know what the kids these days say.
Just sick. He had sick clothes on. You know what I mean?
I can't believe you said drip online.
Did I say drip?
Yeah. Do you feel okay? I'm not editing that out. That's staying. No, mate. He's shred lord. He's a shred lord. How do we get on to Tim? We were talking about your kitchen installation. Oh,
I don't know.
How did we?
We're talking about
the IBC. Now we're talking about Tim's abs. How do we?
Well, he'd win it. He'd win it. He wouldn't even surf. He'd just turn up and fucking pump everyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we're at the Blaketown comp chat when we were talking about Spino before that. That's right. But okay, back to the IBC wrap up.
Yeah.
Another bit of footage I saw from Morocco was a chick who got an 8.10 score on a wave for guess what maneuver? One maneuver. Oh, yeah, that was the highlight.
To remind me about WSL because I do want to talk about that too.
Cool. Yeah. What maneuver do you think this
She
chick?
did one big roll.
Incorrect. She did a haggard looking golf. You know those weird front flip.
She did a golf.
Like a haggard frog one.
She did a golf.
Yeah.
People still do golfs.
Well, she did. She got an 8.10. Your thoughts?
I think that just shows you the level of bodyboarding continues to decline.
Yeah, true. That move is functional, but it's fucking ugly looking, eh?
I feel like if you did a golf at the Blaketown Challenge, you wouldn't get scored. You'd probably get disqualified.
It's definitely a 2.3 from me, eh?
Hey,
Unless it was like, yeah.
quickly shout out while I'm thinking. Shout out to Brooksy. Shout out to Ben McTake for completing the Coast to Coast a couple of weekends back. Shout out to Ben McTake's elbow. He came around the last corner on the bike, and Brooksy tells me, because they finished together, Brooksy tells me he stacked it at like 50k an hour on his bike, broke his elbow. So we won't be seeing Ben McTake at Blaketown Challenge, but you'll be judging. You better give me a 10.
He'll be fucking judging it right. That's a good show note. It's a huge shout out. Well done, Brooksy. Well done, McPake. What a poor, unfortunate thing to happen for him. Right on the last corner, wasn't it?
It was really cool to have him and Brooksy actually linked up just magically.
Wasn't cool he fucking broke his ankle. I mean, elbow. That sucks for him.
He's such a tough cunt, hey?
Wow. He can't defend his title.
I was like, because I saw him at the finish line. You're all right. He was like holding his elbow, looked a bit green. He's like, yeah, I'm all right. And then you remember I put in the group chat, of the Blaketown group chat, I was like, yeah, he pissed all over the finish line. Matt fucking Cockshawn.
Yeah. I was going to say to something about that. I was like, yeah, it sounds like Matt Cockshawn back in the day. But yeah, I feel so stink for Pakey. I'm so one track mind with surfing and our comp coming up that all I thought about was him was like, oh no, is he not going to make the comp? That sucks. I was like gutted for him. Like as soon as I heard he had an accident, I was like, no. I was messaging him, and he was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to be able to surf. It's going to be pretty tender. So old 3-time champ, 2023 current champ, reigning champ, is not going to be able to compete at this year's comp, which is massive. It's massive. It means that's a huge fucking horse out of the race, isn't it?
Oh,
it's a huge horse.
Is NATO going to come down for this one?
No, isn't he going to Aussie for some boxy comp or something?
Oh yeah. So Wellesley's going to be there. Hopefully Rhino will make an appearance. I haven't seen Rhino in ages.
I saw Wellesley today for that brief 10 minutes, and I asked him a quick question as he come into the comp, and he replied with, you know me, mate, if it's going to be pissing down, fucking haggard weather, I'm definitely not coming. And I was like, fair enough. You wanker. Why don't you just come anyway? We're all in the same boat, you knob. But I get it. He's getting a bit old and precious now. He's getting a bit old and precious with his bloody time.
There's definitely been a few weekends where like I've seen it, we're like, oh fuck.
Oh mate, that's just how it works. That's the fucking nature of weather. You can't just guarantee good waves or good weather for 3 days of the year every year. But
I'm so glad we got it pumping though, like
last year. It just breathed a bit more positivity into the event, because we had like 2 or 3 pretty average years in a row. Gigantic swells. Mm-hmm. And then last year, just that was pumping. So this year, with that Shorey bank that's developing currently, I was saying to the boys today, I was like, this would be crazy if we get Shorey banks again. Yeah, because it's just in that formulation stage. If the conditions stay mellow and more sand swirls around in the Shorey, we'll have Shoreys back-to-back years. That'd be fucking crazy.
And so who's listening? Port Girona If the forecast is good, mate, get down.
Nah,
Get
he
down
doesn't
there.
like comps. He doesn't like comps.
Don't have to. Fuck, it's not like a serious comp.
Yeah, no, but
Jesus.
still, it's he just wants to free surf and like he'll have to fucking share the ocean with another 14
Humanoid.
people.
And hopefully Spino comes down, brings some crew
He'll be
from up
there.
north.
Talk about diehards. He'll be there.
Yeah, he's
Ads,
cool, man.
ads will be there. Like ads,
Yeah.
you know, this has to be a very weird reason why he doesn't come. He's there. Rain, hail, or shine. John Rodden's going to be another. He said.
Oh, yeah.
He said today that he'll enter if it's like barreling.
Yeah.
He said if it's just like sort of rippable conditions, then he probably can't do many maneuvers with his fucking broken back. The poor guy.
Yeah.
But I surfed with him at the wave trap today, and he was getting pipes. So he knows how to find that barrel. He'll be one to look out for if it's barreling. I tell you.
Well, pre-injury, I mean, Johnny used to fucking rip, man.
Fuck
Jesus.
yeah! Oh, he's still ripping now, but he
I
can't.
mean, he still rips, but he's just limited, you know.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can't do big rolls or big innies.
Yeah.
Like he'll
But
be able to
fucking
roll.
hell.
He'll be able to do rolls and spins. He said he landed his first reverse today, so he'll be able to do.
Oh,
I reckon he's definitely going in the comp. I just hope it's not like 6 foot and fucking death, because that'd not be good.
I'd love like just your typical fuck rock, you know, bank. That's what
Bird,
I'd love.
bird feeder.
Yeah. No, not bird feeder.
Oh,
I
jump
mean the
rock.
the jump rock
Or
bank.
the old jump rock, yeah, middle of the
Yeah, the old jump, like just typical fucking dredging pits. That's what I'd love.
Hasn't been like that in a while. But I think we're lining up for Shories. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Do we want to wrap things up with some UFC, or what do you got on the agenda?
I just want to touch on WSL and like how everybody just ripped them. Well, two things: they fucking ripped them for not running the pipe called what seemed to be like crazy, but like fucking all time kind of conditions. Because the WSL, mate, like don't get me fucking started.
Don't have to go down a negative path, but I'll tell you, I'll
Yeah.
agree with you when you say that. So during the pipe comp, for those who don't know, there was a day where it was like really big in the morning, and they called it off, and then they didn't really come back, and it was pumping by lunchtime, and then all afternoon it was like there was so many good clips coming through. Guys would have been in tens if they ran it.
That's why you watch surf comps, like especially at Pipe, is like
it's Coliseum.
the fucking drama. It doesn't have like clean up sets, fucking, you know what I mean? Like that's why you watch it. These guys are meant to be the best fucking surfers in the world. Half of them can't even fucking bottom turn out there.
Imagine sending the chicks out there. But hey, the woman surfing, I've got to shout out. I've got to shout out to Katie and Molly for the barrels that they got.
Betty Lou as well, the Hawaiian girl.
She was shredding in the quarters and semis. But oh my god, Molly Picklin with that 10 that she got, bro, pipe
that
on her backhand.
Look, you know, the perfect example, right? Yeah. Of why I got off like Instagram on the phone and got away from watching comments. So I decided, like, I saw that they posted that video of her getting a 10. There was like 20 comments from middle-aged little faggots. You know, that wasn't a 10. She bogged on the bottom turn. It's just like you, and then you look at their profiles, and these cunts can't even trim. You know, like it's just like fucking get a grip. Get a fucking grip.
Yeah, I know, right? I see.
You know, these very insecure little Sean Strickland fans, little fucking faggots. You know.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But you don't have to you can just ignore them, you know. You don't have to just wipe it all away.
Yeah.
See,
for
me,
but I used to like looking at comments to see the cool
positive,
vibes.
Yeah.
You know, for people.
Yeah, it sucks. I would just say just don't read into the comments, but it is quite nice to jump in there from time to time. But
yeah,
I think it goes back to that 5% fuckwit ratio that I always talk about. Is that I just think, sorry, in the human population, 5% of us are fuckwits. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. It's a ratio. You're always going to have it.
It only got worse though with all this fucking incel Andrew Tate fucking shit. Like, you know, woman are evil and all this bullshit. Can't be fucked with it.
Anyway, it was awesome. I think the chicks at Pipe did so well this year. I was so pumped. And especially Caitlin Simmers, her first year on tour, and she wins Pipe.
Oh yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? That's
Do
crazy.
you know what is mind blowing though? Is that you got that class of chicks, right?
Yeah.
Who like are a whole level above of swim and surfing now.
Yeah.
But then so many chicks got exposed.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were shoulder hopping,
Oh,
doing
yeah, man.
turns. They'd wait for a small one, do turns.
I know.
And it was like, what are you doing?
One big one is Carolyn Marks. I watched a few of her heats, and she rips. All right, you know, she's been in the top 5 for ever since she started. But then in the heavy big waves, yeah, I saw her barrel dodge and do cuddies at 6 foot pipe, and I was just like, oh, she's blowing it. It's just the fear factor. It's the fear factor, bro. That's all it is, I reckon.
Yep. That full sit on the shoulder. And for me, I've got I've got a little less sympathy for pro woman surfers because they get paid good money.
Equal money.
Yeah. And they've got every opportunity to go and train in solid waves.
That's true.
Doesn't have to be at Pipe, can be at their, somewhere in their own country or wherever, where they're going to commit some time. But there are so many pro surfer chicks that they'll surf 2-foot beaches because that's how they make their living. Because that's the majority of their comps is 2-foot beaches.
Here's a question for you. Would you drop knee 4 to 6 foot backdoor and Pipe?
10 years ago.
If you're
10 years.
Say if you're in like peak performance Hodgie, everything was clicking in and you've been drop kneeing heaps and you're feeling good. Would you give it a nudge?
Fuck yeah.
There's cameras on the beach and everything.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, I gave Rutaki a fucking nudge on the knee when it was big back in the day.
Good.
Like, that was the only thing I didn't like about last year. I was like, I only took off on drop knee in a few ways last year because I'm so fucking fat. But
I don't know if I could these days. Like I've been nosediving in fucking 2-foot wave trap. On the knee.
Yeah, but no, wave trap's hard work on the knee because it's so bumpoid. It is so bumpoid.
It can be, It can be. Oh,
it's so like you were doing fucking well on the knee at it.
The funniest wave yesterday because Zane Smith paddled out with me yesterday. It was a bit bigger, and it was fun. It was like 3 foot, 2 to 3 foot in the wave trap, and it was only like 1 in 15 waves was actually like really good. And I got this one. I knew that Zane just caught a wave, so I wanted to get up on the knee and like just show off as I do.
What's up?
And I get up and I drop down and I could feel it barreling behind me. So I do the double hand stall. So I do both hands at the side, like beside me. So I got both of them like that. And I'm trying to drag and slow down. And I stall so hard that the wave catches up to me and I can't re-engage. And then so the barrel comes over me and I've still got both my hands still stalling because I can't get my hands out. I just ate shit. Oh, it's funny. Zane was like, mate, you fucking stalled to oblivion, bro.
I miss. I mean, it's weird. I actually find it really weird that I haven't been over for a couple of little, usual Hodgie strike missions. But you and I are, and we talk constantly about what it's like, and it just hasn't been a great summer, has it?
Nah, not at Blaketown. Definitely not. Definitely not at Blaketown. But you got to try and stay positive. It'll come back. She always does. Right?
It always comes back.
It always comes back.
And then you'll have a fucking few months period there where you're just like, oh my God, like this just won't stop.
It'll be like every day you can rip and shred and get some good waves if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, fucking. All right, like that's the feeling I miss on the coast is that I remember there was some months there where like you'd get to Blaketown and you're like, oh fuck, It's good again. Oh, I gotta go, but I've got shit to do. Oh, look, it's pumping
Yes.
though. Like I've had
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happen quite a few times in my life where like you'll get oh, fuck pumping.
Yeah. There's already three guys out, and you're like, fuck, I can't drive away. It's actually pumping. And in the back of your head, I've got to mow the lawns. I've got fucking washing to fold.
Work to
Fuck.
go to.
Got work to go to. I've got so many chores to do, but it's actually cooking. Fuck. I'm going out.
There was there was that year where the crazy fucking marine heat wave year.
Yeah.
There was like I don't know, like 2020 when we had those insane Shorey Bank years and all those north
Oh
swells
man.
and
There's been so many memories over the years, bro. Honestly, it's a magical place. Magical, magical.
yeah, I miss it. Fuck, I've been yeah. Anyway, we can talk about that offline. Actually, I do want to talk to you about that after this offline.
Cool. Oh,
No
well,
one will be interested. Yeah.
Should we wrap things
I'm
up?
gonna piss and then we're gonna wrap up with UFC because like the beers are going through me like crazy.
Okay, pause. Back soon.
Yeah. Fucking homo.
Sorry, mate. There's West Coast tall poppy coming in. No one knows what you're talking about, mate. Shut up, mate. Shut up.
Like, have you noticed in our group chats, I just save a good shut up for the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. You've got good timing. We've got good timing.
Shut up.
Love it how over the years you've claimed it as your own, even though I invented it, but it's cool. You've made it your own. I'm proud of you.
Why is that? Is it because I got better timing than you?
I think that is a good. Well, I've got good timing with it as well, but I think you're more prolific with it, and you continue to use good timing. And sometimes there've been some absolute zingers where I've been just like halfway through a convo and I'm getting into it, and you've just gone shut up, and I'm just like taking it to heart and just going fuck, you got me good, man.
Everybody laughs, like,
and my
I'll
mojo's
time it perfect that everybody's just like
and my mojo's gone. The story's fucked now. Like halfway through the story, like there's no point even finishing the story. It's just that'll do. Just one word.
Can you please tell the Jigger main cousin story before we wrap up?
Oh, really? Okay.
Isn't that where it started from?
Was it? No, it wasn't. No.
Fuck up.
I made it that up years ago. But okay, so you want that story? The Joyce cousin story? Okay, so here it is. It's very similar to the shut up thing. Anyway, it was they had a comp, they had a Kahuna Board Riders Club comp in Cobos. Ocho's already losing himself. He's laughing so hard right now. Anyway, they had this little club comp and it was shitty waves. It was like shories at the front of Bright Street, or it was like 1 to 2 foot or something. It was just terrible waves. And then I rocked up at the end of the day and the comp had finished and blah, blah, blah. And there was this caravan down by the Cobden Tiphead and Jai and a few of the crew were there and his cousin was there. And I think we might have been having some of the devil's lettuce in the caravan and I looked at.
Hang on.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I went pretty hard there on the story.
Because you uncharacteristically you're telling it quite quickly.
Sorry.
But
what do you want to?
Overall theme is also you're a bodyboarder, right? Blake from Blakedown.
True.
Coming to the crew, right?
The surface crew.
Little bit of tension there.
I don't even think like that, but I guess there might be. But I never even think of that. But yeah. And I'm in the caravan with all the crew and a lot of the competitors throughout the day. I make the stupid faux pas of looking out at the surf. Sorry, what? You wanted to say something?
So who's in the caravan?
There's like 6 or 7 of us, like Jai and a few crew. There's a random chick in there and a few of the surfers from the comp and Jai's cousin and a few randoms.
What's Jai's cousin like though?
What's he like? He's a gnarly looking dude. Like he's got gnarly tats and he's hardcore. You wouldn't want to fuck with him, that's for sure. And I certainly would never want to. And he surfs good, man. Like Matty surf, he shreds. I've seen him fucking some good shit. But yeah, he's narkill. He's narkill as fuck. Yeah, good. Thank you for painting the story. Yeah. And so we look out, there's heaps of waves coming through out the back at Cobbo's. Sorry, what? Interject again, what? Carry on.
But there was kind of like an awkward pause in the conversation or something.
Yes, it was. There was an awkward pause in the conversation. It was like kind of quiet, and I hadn't said much in the whole caravan. I was quite inebriated. And then I just look out the back and I go, oh, fuck, it's actually quite good out there, eh? Like, it's a fucking sick ones. And everyone looks at me because I didn't even think, absolutely tone deaf in that situation I was. Like, they'd surf like 1 to 2 foot shitty reform shoreys at the front of Cobden. So they had a real average surf day. And the surf actually got better in the afternoon. It was like 3 foot out the back at Cobbo's. And I was like, oh, it's actually some good ones out there, eh? Carson just looks at me and goes, fuck up. I just looked over.
He didn't know you from a bar of soap.
Doesn't know me from a bar of soap, and he just tells a complete stranger, "Oi, fuck up." And I was just like, I was so shocked. I didn't know what to say at all. I was just like, in my head, I was just like, yeah, exactly. You said exactly the right thing to say.
Then you were like, oh.
No, I did. I was like, oh. I think I even said out loud, like, oh. Might have even said, sorry, man. You know, because it was the kookiest thing to say ever.
It's the timing. The timing makes me laugh. I just picture your stupid face. He's fuck up.
He didn't look happy. Got tats on his face and neck and shit, and I'm just like feeling vulnerable as fuck. Eh? Like across the river, the KBC and sort of caravan there, post comp that I'm not even a part of, and I'm a bodyboarder from across the river. Eh?
Fuck up.
I definitely deserved that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
And like it still makes me fucking lose it to this day because I just picture your stupid face. You're like, oh, and then didn't he say like fucking home Blaketown?
Oh yeah, he did say that one time. I think there was a different time. Oh fuck mate, yeah. That is a good story.
That makes me laugh so hard to this day. Because picture your face, this hard dude from Westport, telling this booger, fuck.
And a grown ass booger too, you know, like fucking not some grom, an old man.
The king of Blaketown.
Yeah, getting told to fuck up.
Fuck up.
I remember when I first told you that story, you died pretty much, I think.
I can't breathe now, and I couldn't breathe then. He told me, I was like on
funny.
the floor.
They probably don't even remember it. It's funny. Joy probably does.
What a choice.
Nothing. It was like awkward silence again for about 20 seconds. I just kept looking out the back. I was like, I want to die right now. I think I made my exit pretty quickly after that.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Okay, should we wrap things up with UFC chat? I want to change the subject.
Oh, we're gonna get Jiggermane on and get his fucking take on it.
Oh fuck yeah, that'd be funny.
Oh god, that makes you laugh so much. Just the old Westport boys come down and just pump you away.
Wow, it was a fucking kooky thing to say. Tone deaf as fuck.
Oh, it's getting good one.
Oh, it's actually getting better out there, eh, guys? I'm pretty sure I said exactly that. It's actually getting better out there. I think that's what I said.
Real high pitched Jolins.
Yeah. Oh, things actually getting
Oh.
better out there, huh?
Oh,
Fuck.
my face, bro. My face hurts. Eh?
Old Chicos, eh? The old cheeks.
Oh, cheekies. Cheeky Renos.
Oh, I'm glad that we got to share that story. It's been holding that one back for a few years for no reason. We never thought about bringing it up, hey?
So last time I talked to you, I was like, let's tell that one. That's too fucking good.
Yeah, that has to be shared with the wider public.
Oh,
So UFC
oh.
finish up.
Yeah, and then just plan going forward for Swoo, guys, just quickly as said, it'll be, here and there. I think definitely guest orientated. People love when we have guests. I think they've fucking had enough of listening to us counts.
I think you're wrong.
So-
I think you're wrong.
So we'll go.
I think there's the crew out there that don't mind a bit of Joel and Hodjo cheat.
Yeah, our diehards love a bit of Joel and Hodjo chat.
Exactly.
Our diehards
Hey.
enjoy it. Shout out to you all three of you.
I love yous. Love yous. Love yous to bits.
Yeah. Right.
UFC.
UFC.
You watched last weekend?
Yeah, it's just sad, eh?
Sad about the final fight?
Yeah, Volk was scared. You could tell he was scared.
Oh, I didn't think so. No, he didn't give me that impression.
Scared to get knocked out.
Yeah.
He never fights like that. He was like, Joe Rogan called it as well. Like he was, every time he'd go into, contact, and he'd like pull back at a weird angle with his head real high.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
I've never seen him do that.
Mm.
It's because he didn't want to get hit by that right hand,
Mm. Yeah.
And he's fought killers before, fucking Yair Rodriguez,
Well, fucking Holloway
Korean
fought
Zombie,
he fought Holloway like fucking 3 times.
Holloway, Jose Aldo, guys that hit fucking hard. Chad Mendes, who even dropped him. And yeah, he wasn't. He won that first round on the cards,
Hundy.
but he just didn't have. But yeah, I definitely think he came back way too soon after a bad knockout. Anyway,
I agree. And he's already talking about he wants to do the rematch in Spain with Ilya.
you can't get an immediate rematch when you get knocked out, bro. Come on.
No, exactly.
You can't get, like Izzy, when he lost to Pereira, didn't get knocked out. He got finished, but he didn't get knocked out.
I think what they do is, though, with guys who are pound for pounds and who are on a different level, they sort of automatically get ushered into a rematch zone, a la fucking Kamaru Usman. There's been many rematch champs who have been champ for a long time.
Yeah.
And then like you look at the likes of Sean Strickland, who won the title and then lost the title. Like he's not getting a rematch because he hasn't had any decent legacy on that belt. So I feel like they'll give Volk the rematch, even though I hear what you're saying, but also he was the man for 4 or 5 years.
Oh man, he's the GOAT.
Of that division, he is the GOAT.
Fucking A. Yeah, fucking A. I think like Max gives him a run for his money for the GOAT of the division.
Don't know about that.
Quite. Yeah.
Don't know about that. What do you think of the Whitaker Costa fight? I thought it was fucking pretty good. What do you think?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
I rated Costa. It was nice to see him show up for once,
Yeah. It was fucking. He looked fast.
Yeah.
He looked good.
He looked fucking good. Like that fight could have gone either way. And like you look at fucking, as far as damage is concerned, Costa got the better of him, bro. In my opinion.
Yeah.
You look at Costa's face. Look at Whitaker's face. Whitaker got fucked up, man.
He got fucking wrecked.
Yeah. He ate some shit.
He's obviously got heaps of scar tissue on his face, so he just, cuts up easily.
Yeah.
What else was cool? All
The
that,
Ian,
all that.
Ian Gary fight was shit.
I didn't mind it.
Wasn't
I
a
didn't
big
mind it.
fan.
Ian Gary, all that Ian Gary hates so fucking lame. You're a cock. You're a cock. You're it's like, shut the
Oh
fuck
no,
up.
I think it. Oh, my dark side thinks that's funny, eh? Fuck you, Gary. He seems like a knob to me.
I think
eh?
he's a knob. I think
Yeah.
he's a bit of a knob.
So I'm
But
sorry,
just all
but
this
knobs
cunt.
knobs can
Yeah.
get a bit of hate on
Yeah,
the
but
internet.
like,
I don't mind that.
mate, like these guys are getting hundreds or thousands of death threats. Him and his wife and child, like literal death threats. Like he posts like things that people have said, like, I'll throw your kid in a burning tub of acid, and
Oh wow, you shouldn't be
just
such a knob then. Just kidding. But like that's the internet, baby, and that's what happens with fame. Don't read the comments or get an agent to fucking handle your messages if you're that famous, if you got all that money.
Speaking of like people on pressure, how fucking Philippe Toledo, what an absolute fucking pea heart he is.
A what heart?
A pea heart.
Oh,
The heart the size of a pea, like
okay, I get it.
pea heart, man.
That's a bit hypocritical from you saying that you shouldn't,
I'm
downtrodden
not calling
people.
him a cuck. I'm not talking
No,
about his wife or child.
no, but you're having a go at his resolve to continue on the tour. When
No, I'm not talking about that at all. I'm saying
oh
the guy's pussy in big waves.
oh okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That is true. He is a he is a
He's a
pussy.
fucking pussy, man.
That was a
I got
bad.
no simp. If you're a pro surfer, if you're a male
Oh,
pro surfer and you can't handle something over 6 foot, I don't fucking rate you.
bro,
You should be a pro
you got a
surfer.
valid point. That was embarrassing. His performance at Pipe, dude.
If you're a male pro surfer and you can't handle 6 foot plus waves, don't be a pro surfer. Fuck is
Yeah.
wrong with you? Like,
Trestles all day for him, baby. Trestles all day.
fuck's sake. That tour's such a fucking joke.
Never mind. Back to the UFC. What else is a good fight on that card? There was.
Oh, you love Mackenzie Dern. You had a bono the
Oh
whole
my
time.
god, her bum, the shape of her bum is next
You had an
level,
absolute
dude.
bono.
Dude, I couldn't believe when she was, on the ground and on top, and that peachy was unreal, dude.
I don't know how you can enjoy looking at their bodies when they're all beaten up,
What do
blood
you
everywhere.
mean? That shape of that ace.
That ass.
That ace.
She has
Unreal.
regressed so badly.
Her fights are terrible. Her last three were just so bad. Well, second last one was terrible.
She has regressed. And I actually feel bad for her because there's so much pressure and like criticism. But she was saying the guy that she was married to was a pro surfer. He was a pro surfer. Yeah, look it up. His name's Wiggly
Dantos.
Santos.
Not Wiggly Dantos.
Santos or something. This Brazilian guy. She divorced him because he was beating her up.
There is a pro surfer from Brazil called Wiggly Dantos.
Oh, look at it. It's Santos something. He was beating her up.
Oh,
That's why he left her.
no.
Santos
She left
Weasley.
him.
Weasley Santos.
Ah,
She left
okay.
him.
Good.
So she's a battered woman, mate.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I think her life is just an absolute train wreck. And you can kind of see it in her fights. Like she looks awful. Like
That's
bad.
not cool. That's not cool, man. That sucks.
Fucking bad.
But that fight, she went pretty hard, bro. She had a lot of mongrel on her. I thought that was actually.
She's got. Like,
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that fight.
This is what I love about fighting. You just see the spirit of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just see, like, that's why I love watching it. Like, when Izzy beat Calvin Gastelum and he was saying, I'm prepared to die. He was saying at that start of that fifth round before he came out, it's okay. I'm ready to die right now.
He was crouching down, eh? That was such a cool video.
And you can see him talking to himself, and he's saying to himself, "Heart of a lion, I'm prepared to die right now."
Yeah.
That's because, like, and he was fucked up. Remember, his face is like
fat lip,
blowing up, like he was in real pain. Yeah,
Calvin's fucking got so much power. It's crazy.
Geez, Calvin's falling apart, isn't he?
What do you think of last topic, and let's go. What do you think of the UFC 300 card? Have you seen it?
Shit.
Pretty average, eh?
UFC doesn't have stars anymore, and then the ones that they do, they won't pay them.
Yeah.
The reason why Connor's not on that card is because they won't pay him, and he's only
are
got
they
2
negotiating?
fights.
Are they?
Yeah, he's only got 2 fights left on his contract,
Right.
and he's obviously saying, "I'm going to fight out my contract because it doesn't matter whether I win my last 2 fights or not. I'm still worth more than what you fucks can pay me."
Mhm.
And so I reckon he's saying, I'm not renewing my contracts. Whereas UFC will be like trying to get him on a new contract before he runs out of fights.
Yeah, gotcha.
And so that's why you're not seeing Connor on 300.
That sucks because that would have
Fuck
been
yeah, cool.
that would have been the perfect headline. Connor and
I don't.
Chandler.
Yeah, but I don't even care about Connor and Chandler. I want Connor and Nate Diaz 3.
Oh
Bah.
no. Oh, that'd be good. That would be good.
That would be
good.
fucking
But I
sick.
want to see Chandler.
And do you know what they should do for 300 is they should get rid of Justin Gaethje versus Max, and because Taporia came out of that fight against Volk looking pretty good, so if he's ready to go, Max Taporia.
True. That'd be a good
Yeah.
matchup.
That would be so good.
I reckon Taporia smokes him, to be honest.
Max has still got a lot left in the tank, mate. He's got a lot left in the tank in my eyes.
You must know about the 35-year-old curse in that.
He's like 32, bro.
No, I'm not talking about Max. The 35-year-old curse with Volk. You know that came to fruition.
I'm pretty much every title fight where a guy under 170 is over 35. I'm going to bet against that person. Every title fight under 170 pounds,
I know,
170 and down, only one person has won a title fight, and it's been out of like 40 fights, and that was once.
Yep, I know. Isn't that crazy? I should have bet against Volk, but I didn't. Damn it.
Oh, did you bet on Volk?
Yeah, I did a couple of multis actually, where one I had Ilya and one I had Volk.
Oh,
But I really wanted Jeff Neal to fucking fuck up Ian Gary.
cuck.
Yeah. So I wanted to I put all my bets on Jeff on my multis, and they didn't come through because Jeff didn't get that distance right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, mate. Let's knock things off. We were supposed to only have a quick one, but it's actually turned out to be a 2-hour.
Oh, what?
Surely we started just after 8. So.
Oh, and Marab fucked up old
Oh, Henry, we haven't talked about that fight. Cejudo didn't do too bad, I thought.
What?
But he didn't make a fucking ass of himself, I don't think.
Mate, he's an Olympic gold medalist wrestler. And the dude carried him across the cage and threw him on the ground.
I know there was that moment, but that doesn't define the whole fight. I actually thought he held his own for most of the fight. He just had a few moments there where, Marab's just the machine, man. He just fucked him up. And I think Henry should give it up. Or maybe try and fight someone. No, he won't. His ego's too big. He won't try and drop down the rankings. He'll probably retire after that, I think.
He did retire.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He said before the fight, if I don't win, I'm going to retire.
But has he officially retired?
Yeah. He is
has
an
he?
absolute... Yeah, look it up.
Oh, okay.
He's an absolute cockbum, that guy. He's such a little cheesy fucking dickhead. You remember he retired back when he was champion because he wanted more money, and the UFC are like, don't need you. They're just like fuck, you don't draw any numbers, so see ya.
The money thing's crazy. How much money do you think Volk got paid on his fight?
Well, they released the payments.
I know. Have you looked at them?
Yeah. Yep. So he got 750,000. And then he'll get like pay-per-view points as well. So they get about, I think it was 20 cents per buy.
That's pretty good.
And they were saying that this pay-per-view probably got around about 600 or 700,000 buys. So fuck me, what's that, Giles? Let's have a quick look.
That's pretty
20 times 670,000.
Do it.
Oh no, that's not quite right. I'm looking at now. It's 2 cents. So 2 cents, 0.2 cents
Oh,
times
0.2.
or 2 cents. But you know, I got a 0.2
No,
times
2 is 2.0.
yeah. So he got, by my calculation, 2 cents times 700,000.
It's 2.0. It's 2.0, not 0.2.
No, that's 2 when you're calculating money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. So you got 140 grand on top of that.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, close to $1 million. That's not bad.
I think Ilya got like under half of what he got.
You got fuck all, I think.
Yeah. It was interesting. Like some of the undercards, like, fuck, guys are getting paid 14K and they
Bro.
lost. And it's like, fuck, those dudes have been training for like 6 to 8 to 10 to 12 weeks and they get 14K and they've got to pay their trainers and their own accommodation and shit. It's so fucked
Look at this.
up.
Look at this, Giles, while
So
we're here.
fucked up.
Check this out, bro.
Mm.
So on that,
Yeah.
look at this. I left a comment on this post on the weekend. So this guy, Josh Quinlane, he got fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Fucked up. Like broke his face, broken
Oh,
nose,
no.
probably broken orbital.
Oh.
And I just put a like real, so I said, he got paid 10K for that. Poor bugger. I got 400 likes
Fuck.
just from saying that.
What were the
You know,
replies? What were the replies in your post? Or your
what were the
comment?
replies? And he has to probably give 3 or
Yeah.
4 grand to his coaches.
Yep.
And then
tax.
after tax,
So well, you wonder
after he
what the
pays tax and his team, he's probably just got his face smashed in for like 6 grand.
It's yeah, there you go.
And then
So
here we go. Here we go. And a fucking winner, Cleve Fan Ping. Well, choose professions wisely.
yeah. Christ.
And then a guy said, there are people in this world who make $14 for a month's work.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't seen that one. And then someone else said to me, sent a laughing emoji. And then another guy said, dark side of the sport.
Well, it is. That's fuck. That's
That
not
was the
much
most
money.
liked comment on the post.
So that's yeah, exactly. After tax and after pay your trainers, it's probably half of
So, I
14K.
mean, I leave a comment there. I'm not having to go at home. I'm just saying the poor cunt got paid fucking 10 grand before all costs
you just say
before he got
what
his
everyone's thinking.
face broken. Do you think a pro athlete deserves to be paid 10 grand before cost, before tax, before cost for his training to get his face smashed in for 10 grand?
It's always been
It's
a,
not. And the UFC, bro, the UFC last year made $4 billion in revenue. The fighters get 18% of that revenue.
Yeah.
And the NFL and NBA and all that, it's 50-50 because they got good, strong unions.
Yeah,
They're like,
nice.
you pay us fucking what we're worth or we walk away. The UFC is like, they got such a grip on the sport of MMA that they're a monopoly. They just control everything.
Even though they're not a monopoly, but most people want to go and fight for them because, you know, it has the most.
Yeah, they're actually
viewer-
they're under a court case right now because it's called an
That's right.
antitrust lawsuit
That's right.
where former fighters have worked out that that they are using antitrust business tactics to suppress the market, right? And reduce the fighter's worth. And they've proved it. And they're basically not going to go to trial. The UFC is probably going to settle with the fighters. These are old school fighters from the noughties and that.
Oh, Mark Hunt, is he still waiting for his payout, is he?
Yeah, Mark Hunt and other guys like that.
Yeah.
And
He was the first guy who sued them, eh? I think
what the judge has ruled is that the UFC is not not a monopoly. They're what you call a monopsony.
Okay.
So I'll tell you the definition of a monopsony. Monopsony. A
Sounds
monopsony is a market condition in which there is only one buyer, the monopolist. Like a monopoly, a monopsony also has imperfect market conditions. The difference between a monopoly and a monopsony is primarily in the difference between the controlling entities. So basically, like you're saying, there are other bigger or big-ish MMA organizations, but no one that has the market control like UFC does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't. They just need to pay them more money. It's ridiculous. Everyone knows it. It's just like this.
Oh, they just.
And it's such a disparity because like Volk would get paid $750,000, right? And
yeah,
then
but Volk's worth 10, 20 million.
I know
for those fights.
I know, but the disparity is just too much. Like all
Yeah,
those little dudes and dudettes, they're getting paid fucking pennies. While the big dogs, it's even though the big dogs should be getting paid more, everyone should be getting paid more. I'm just saying that like the gap, there's such inequality between the fighters, eh?
So my favorite MMA podcast of Luke Thomas has done that like analysis, and he's like, okay, this is the level of revenue, percentage of revenue, like a guy like Connor or John Jones or Izzy brings in, right? So it's worth this amount of percentage. So it comes out at like a $40 or $50 million figure per fight, right? That's their worth to the company. And so they should be paid that. Like that's the revenue they bring in.
Yeah.
But then what like Izzy probably gets, like what they say is Izzy gets about 3 million minimum per fight. Which and on top of that, pay-per-view points and sponsorships and stuff. So Izzy's fine.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge money. But he's worth way more.
Oh yeah.
He knows it. They all know it.
Everyone knows it.
Connor knows it. Like that's why he won't fight for them, because like when Connor won the lightweight belt against Eddie Alvarez all those years ago, he goes, "I'm bigger than this company. I want an ownership stake." And they iced him out because of it. Because I'm fucking bigger than the company. Give me an ownership stake, because like I'm fucking bigger than this company. And so that I think what they did is they were like, we'll never make another star like Connor, because he's got too much leverage over us. There's no one been ever bigger than Connor.
No, not yet. Anyway, not yet.
I don't think there ever will be.
Yeah, probably not. But you never know. You never know. You never know.
Hey, how good did you see that Roadhouse trailer?
Yes. Looks great.
Conor McGregor on every steroid down the man, eh?
So good. I can't wait to see that.
I'll come around to your house and we'll watch it.
Fuck yeah, keen. Oh mate, I'm so pumped to see the new June movie, eh? Geekazoid alert, Geekazoid alert, June 2.
Yeah.
Dune 2.
Oh, dude, bro.
Yeah.
If you want to watch something fucking awesome, do you remember Band of Brothers?
Yes.
So the new miniseries that come out on Apple TV is called Masters of the Air. It's made by Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, all the same guys that made
this.
I watched the first 2 episodes last night because I was like, oh, it'll probably be woke as fuck. You know, like I was like off it, like, because I'm barely watching TV because I'm so sick of all the woke shit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'll probably be like everybody's black, trans, Asian, Polynesian, fucking
lesbian,
gay, lesbian, you know. But they stay pretty truthful to the genetic diversity of World War II.
Well, it was fact. Who was in?
Yeah, it was. It was fact.
You can't really fuck
what I do understand is that there were in the American military and Air Force and that they had the black units, but they were not on the front lines. They were on the supply lines, like driving the trucks. They were the cooks, like all that sort of thing.
I thought they strapped into the bombs, didn't they?
So I think they're doing better at telling the story of like the black history of World War II.
Oh, that's good.
And like, fuck, we've got our own cool history with the Māori battalion in that. I'll tell you one fucked up thing I learned about our country
Yeah.
is that any Māori battalion members that died in World War One or World War Two, their widows got half of what a Pākehā widow got. And they weren't given the same. And like on the Bridge of Remembrance in Christchurch, like all the Christchurch-based soldiers are on there.
Mm-hmm.
Māori battalion men who died aren't on there. They weren't allowed to be put on there.
Oh,
Isn't that fucked up?
That's bullshit.
Isn't that fucked up? And then like our most famous unit in New Zealand Army is the Māori battalion.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm getting on my high horse about that.
But no, I agree. That's bullshit.
It is fucked up. Yeah.
No,
it was never. Cool. Yeah, like and the only reason we've got treaty settlements in this country is because William Apenata, the first Māori MP, but way back in the early 1900s.
Yeah,
he said to like the Prime Minister at the time, I think it was World War One. He said, "We'll agree to like go around all the different iwi and get battalions together for you, but you have to promise to meet us halfway and help us like settle our treaty claims."
Nice.
And he gave a speech saying like, you men will, you Māori battalion men will, settle our treaty disputes with your blood. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, just shit like that, man.
Amazing.
Like the history that we don't fucking know.
No. What a legend for doing that, eh? Good man.
Oh, that cunt was a fucking legend.
Good man.
He was a fucking legend. Yeah.
Legend.
He's barely talked about in New Zealand history, but he was like,
oh, I know his name.
His blow on effects from even today are still felt. Anyway.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's Masters of Air.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, man. It was awesome. I can't wait to watch the rest of it because it was fucking. It was like the old days, like of good like Hollywood productions. It wasn't all fucking woke and bullshitty and
cool.
Oh,
I'll check it out. 100%. All right, mate. Let's wrap it up. I need to go and get ready for bed. You're probably staying up for another hour or two.
Probably an hour or two of me. I had a little chrono nap when I got home from work.
Nice. No, I've had a big day, so I'm already starting to feel tired. I'm looking forward to sleepies already.
I can see your energy really dipped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm getting low, getting on the old low vibes, mate.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. Love yous. See you later.
Oh, you can't see me.
Yeah,
bye.
Exactly.
Good man.
Gotta get those levels right. I'm
a sick man.
I
go out. I don't even.
Here we go.
Man, swear.
Oh, fuck, blew it. Ready?
Man, swear.
This time. Third time lucky. Go.
Man, swear.
What?
Man, swear.